because God only knows. I'll tell you this, man. Those DoorDash people see some shit.
Oh, God, dude. First of all, lest we forget, the people that have had to go to people's homes, brother, they have to go into the trenches
Well,
of
sometimes they get killed. Sometimes people kill them. Sometimes you have a burrito in your car and you're driving it to someone's house, and that is going to be the last thing you do on this earth. The last thing you do is walk a soggy burrito to a guy's house, and instead of just taking the burrito and saying thank you, he goes, "I'm going to kill you now."
Yeah, he said,
and then they kill you.
Yeah. They say, "Welcome to Memphis." Okay,
Yeah,
brother.
welcome to Memphis.
And the crazy thing is, a lot of the people inside who know they're going to kill you, as you're walking up, murderers have gotten so advanced with like ambiance and production, that they will even play, "There Goes My Hero,"
right,
from like a yard plant, speakers hidden in yard plants.
As you're about to go, and then you're laying there and you're bleeding out, and one of the last thoughts you have is, this song is great. Yeah. This is a great song, and I'm sad I won't be able to hear it anymore. It's the last thing I'm hearing. And then you see that burrito as you're bleeding out. You just look at it, and just that burrito. Yeah, it's a tough gig.
A hand just comes in a frame and gets it.
Yeah, it's a tough gig.
People don't want to talk about the real turf war that's going on, Tim.
Yeah.
And that is between DoorDashers and the homeless, bro.
Well, because if you're homeless, if I see a DoorDasher, I'm seeing an opportunity. That's all it is. Yeah. That's all it is. By the way, DoorDashers now are they don't let it be known they're a DoorDasher. No. They are stealth. Yeah. Like food delivery people are stealth.
They'll dress up like postal workers. Vampires. I've seen a vampire.
Yeah. You don't even know who they are. They're in a costume. They're in a truck.
I see somebody just wandering like
Sometimes they have their friend with them as a lookout. Have you seen that? There's literally be a guy in the front seat of the car, and then his chick will be just kind of looking out, just making sure like nobody comes and kills him.
How crazy that DoorDashers.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, and they are also carrying messages.
But here's the thing, I don't feel bad for any of them. Yeah. Because I don't know anyone who does it, and I do believe anybody who's doing DoorDash is like, in India, they have a caste of people called the Untouchables.
Do they really?
Yes. You just can't fuck with them. You can't go near them. You see them, and you look away. That is kind of, and this, don't take offense to this, but it is when I encounter a food delivery person in the wild, I look away.
No.
I will look away.
Tim, you don't feel like you're one of them?
A food delivery person? No.
Yeah.
There's so many other jobs. I just feel like if you're delivering DoorDash, I just inherently, here's the thing. I love them as a person. They're a child of God.
Yeah.
But they're in so much pain.
Are they?
A lot of times you can see they're in pain. I can't see it.
Really? They're just listening to Scott Stapp usually. I don't feel like
I think some of them are in pain. It's tough. It's hard for me to see and look at. It's just hard for me to look at.
Well, the saddest part is we make them drive too. It's like, they're a victim to gas prices. At least in other countries, like DoorDashers will be on motorcycles, or they'll just be throwing the food to someone who's further down the street.
They're actually cool.
Yeah.
Because many of them are Asian, and they're on a tiny little bike, and it's fun.
Yeah.
And they're having a great time, and they're actually seeing how fast they seeing how fast they can get it to you.
Oh, there's a dark web of that they are all on, where they get points in their little.
And they like seeing and many of them are risking their life with ramen on their back to get it to you. They're risking their life so that an NYU student can eat that ramen piping hot. You're getting it so hot. But in LA, maybe I should qualify my statement.
Yeah.
It's only DoorDashers in LA.
Of course.
Because they're all people that want to be like actors or screenwriters. They're lazy. The food's cold. You barely get it.
Yeah.
That's my issue here. It's not, I don't want to malign all the food delivery people. In Los Angeles, I've noticed a problem. Sometimes they'll just steal the food.
Yeah, now that's another thing.
The food.
Yeah, some of them are just looking to get a meal because you can apply online.
Yeah.
You can be working for DoorDash in 6 minutes or less. That's one of their big things. Like,
yeah.
In 6 minutes.
That's not a good idea.
Yeah, it's a horrible idea.
It's a horrible idea.
Become a DoorDash delivery guy.
Yeah. In 6 minutes.
Yeah, you can be a DoorDash delivery guy in 6 minutes, or in a very small amount of time. I'm not sure what it is, and they call you an independent contractor. But yeah, next thing you know, you can have a food in 40 minutes. You can be picking up food from somewhere that you can just eat.
Yeah, I mean, I've had some issues with them.
Have you?
Well, DoorDash now, I think is pretty good. It's the one that I use.
What? I thought you just said all this shit.
Well, no, they're bad, but they're all bad. Like Postmates they're all different kinds of bad.
Yeah.
Postmates is bad. Uber Eats, I just feel like it's a monopoly. I don't want to be involved.
Uber Eats is disgusting.
I don't want to be involved with people that are double dipping.
Yep, I agree. It's sick.
It's sick. But to me, it's like DoorDash, even though it's evil, it's the lesser of all the evils.
Yeah.
Or you could leave your house, but that's terrifying. To go and like the process of getting
to go into the world? Yeah.
It's crazy.
And to go eat, like David Spade still eats at McDonald's. You know, he's basically, he's like the Ulysses S. Grant of our time. I feel like he goes, he's on the front lines.
He is the Ulysses S. Grant.
He will go sit in there and dine. He'll
crazy.
battle. He has an amazing story about battling a homeless guy for a series of nuggets that he had ordered.
Well, that's probably what keeps a guy like that who's so successful and so beloved. It's what keeps him grounded.
Yeah.
Like once a week, he goes, I've had this legendary career, but he's like, once a week, let me go in and get him a McGriddle and see if I can make it out, you know? And if he can make it out with a McGriddle, he's like, all right. It's just, we all need a little friction in our life.
He's like, this is for you, Farley.
Yeah, this is for you. And he goes in, you know? It's just, he's like Adam Sandler's on a spaceship somewhere, you know, like writing movies from a space station. And David Spade's like, let me just go into the La Cienega McDonald's and just see if I can get out today with a McFlurry. Get into my car. Yeah. Like there was a guy last night, I was driving on Santa Monica in West Hollywood, and he was just darting, because they dart across like the street.
Well, it's risky for them.
And they just dart across the street, and he had a skateboard with no wheels. He just had the board.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't understand what that was. And he had it, and then he just, in the middle of my car, just stopped and looked at me, like hit me.
Wow.
And I was just like, I'm not trying to hit, you know?
There's people looking for accidents.
It's people that were just like, kind of like, I don't know what it was. He was like a deer in headlights. I was like, God, and I just swerve around him. But it's like people just mentally aren't together, and they need help. Someone needs to help them.
Their people are missing their wheels.
They don't have their wheels, and someone needs to like step in there and help and like go like, hey man, what's going on?
But the only people that they're encountering for any sort of guidance are DoorDash people.
It's DoorDash, but here's the thing at DoorDash people. And by the way, earlier on I said you weren't human beings. Bygones. Let's forget that.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Because here's what I meant by that. We need you now more than ever.
Amen.
Because what you need to do is rise up.
You were the therapist.
You were the therapist
of our nation.
The homeless people. Yeah. If there's somebody that is homeless and is having a problem on the corner, you need to put the ramen down. Put the ramen down and go address the problem. What's going on, sir? I am a DoorDash professional.
Yes, I'm a licensed DoorDash professional.
Food
clinical
delivery service professional. Can I assist? Now, this person is going to be yelling and pointing at something that isn't there.
Invisible, yeah.
They're going to be pointing at something that in this dimension you cannot see. Yeah. So you're just going to have to like
bear with them.
Bear with them. Yeah. It's not going to happen. First question, you go, are you on any medications right now? Have you taken any drugs?
Yeah,
and you got to ask that in a non-threatening way.
100%.
You know?
And then you're going to need to. You will be equipped with markers and paper. You're going to need to get these people to draw a picture
of what's happening.
Of what's happening, and then a separate picture to calm them down of their ancestors.
No, for sure. These social workers aren't equipped.
They're not equipped anymore, they don't want to do it. And they've also given up. A lot of them are just creating profiles, social profiles. A lot of social workers are also doing OnlyFans, so they get clients confused. You'll have a therapist log onto a Zoom and just start showing their butthole.
Yeah. And it's
like, what?
because the last thing a
this?
homeless person wants to find out is like, can you imagine that you're homeless, you got the big cape.
Yeah.
And there's this guy in Tribeca where I spent some time, sometimes has a big cape.
Oh, I'm sure the government bought it for him.
Yeah, he has like that big furry cape.
Oh, yeah.
And he's
they
like
kind of bedazzle him, kind of like they do those Fabergé eggs.
He's kind of like a Game of Thrones guy. And he's in the winter. He's kind of, it's not a bad look. It's kind of like statue. But then like, you know, he's always kind of rapping to himself. He's always got his headphones. He's kind of doing that back and forth. Yeah, exactly. And then his social worker comes over. He's like, hey, what's going on? And then if he's like, bitch, aren't you? And he points to her photo on OnlyFans. Immediately, she has no credibility.
Yeah, aren't you chatty pussy 30?
Yeah, right. You have no credibility. I'm watching you right now.
Yeah.
I'm watching you right now finger yourself.
So you,
and then you come to me and you ask me what's wrong. I could ask you the same question. What is wrong?
So that's where it's going to be. It's going to be homeless, OnlyFans, social workers chatting with DoorDash
professionals,
DoorDash clinical DoorDash psychiatric professionals,
and then we need highly trained SPGs.
Yep, highly
silverback
trained
gorillas, so that they know when it is and isn't appropriate to step in and calm a homeless person down by sitting on them outside of a Five Guys.
Yeah, that's it, dude. And that is our.
That's not a bad idea.
That's our campaign, brother.
It's not a horrible idea.